Hey guys, this is Jam of jamonline.ph and welcome back to my channel, and today mag-unbox tayo and mag-hands-on ng latest smartphone from Realme, and it's the Realme 6 Pro. So as of this recording, the smartphone hasn't been launched yet in the Philippines, and this one is quite interesting because this one packs a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G processor, one of the newest processor ni Qualcomm to, and then we also got here a 90Hz display, and of course we still got here a quad camera setup with a main 64 megapixel camera, and it is actually capable of 20 times hybrid zoom. I know, there's a lot of features na talaga interesting dito. Mas maliit yung battery at 4,300 milliamperes of battery, but we do got here a 30 watts flash charge. So I know, kompleto naman sa mga kailangan natin. 90Hz display, powerful 720G processor. Again, the camera is 64 megapixel and of course, a fast charger. So, ano bang inaantay natin? I-unbox natin and i-hands-on si Realme 6 Pro. Hindi ko rin alam kung ano nasa loob nito, guys. So, I'm curious kung ano ba ang itsura ng Realme 6 Pro bukod doon sa mga nakita natin pictures. So, yung phone na nakuha natin comes with an 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. Fine. Our color is lightning red. Okay, good. Since kulay jam online yon. So, time to unbox the smartphone. Yan, okay guys. So, our first items na nakita natin kagad dito is of course the information guide and also the quick guide. Yan guys. So, we got here the Realme 6 Pro. I'm not sure if you can see that clearly. That is the Realme 6 Pro. We got here the lightning red color. It actually looks like maroon, and of course meron tayong quad camera setup sa likod. So of course bubuksan ko na yung smartphone para makita natin kung ano ba meron dito. But of course habang binubuksan natin to, alamin pa natin kung ano ba nasa loob ng box ng Realme 6 Pro. So we got here a pretty large battery. So this one comes with a 30 watts na fast charger. So it's a 5 volts with 6 amperes na charger. Okay, that's quite fine with me. No earphones, but we do got here the USB-C port. Yes, it's USB-C. It's actually USB-A to USB-C. Ayan, so you need to use this one to take advantage of the 30 watts fast charging of Realme. So guys, this is the Realme 6 Pro. So before we talk about the smartphone, so give me a few minutes as I will just set up the smartphone and alamin ko ano ba meron dito sa Realme 6 Pro. Alright guys, so you're looking at the Realme 6 Pro. So the smartphone does have a really cool effect dito sa likod. So para siyang maroon but it's actually lightning red. So parang meron siyang letter S na reflections dito. So, depende dun sa lighting is dun mo makikita yung kanyang reflection kung ano yung itsura niya. So, yeah, maganda siya tignan. Although, it's not as premium as the Realme XT, which is glass. So, this one is actually, I think, is GLASSTIC. Although, it feels nice to me, but I can distinguish between dun sa glass ng Realme XT and of course, dito sa GLASSTIC ng Realme XT Pro. Meron din siyang konting weight. Yes, meron siyang weight pag buhat-buhat ko tong Realme 6 Pro, but it's actually just fine with me. It's kinda tall. I mean, the smartphone's display, this is actually 6.6-inch Full HD plus IPS display. I know, medyo matangkad siya and medyo malaki siya. For some people, baka, medyo malaki sa smartphone. But because of its display aspect ratio, mas madali siyang hawakan. So, mas mapayat dito. Hindi siya wide masyado. So, more on mas matangkad siya. So, mas madali siyang gamitin kahit na isang kamay lang. But of course, sabi ko nga kanina, may konting weight siya and may konting kakapalan siya. Medyo nafe-feel ko yung kanyang thickness and thankfully, hindi flat yung sides niya. So may konting curve naman sa part na to. So nakakatulong naman siya sa ergonomics and grip dito sa Realme 6 Pro. Again, aside dun sa display niya na 6.6-inch display, we got here a 90Hz refresh rate, which is quite fine and sobrang smooth naman niya. Actually, you could adjust the 90Hz refresh rate on the settings, then go to display, then you could actually select yung refresh rate niya. Pwedeng auto-select, pwedeng 60Hz or 90Hz. But for me, I think I would go for 90Hz na lang. So, this will be my default 90Hz. But of course, it would consume more battery compared dun sa auto-select or dun sa 60Hz refresh rate. But of course, mas smooth yung navigation natin dito. Although, yung camera hindi makakita or it won't do the justice pag tinitignan nyo dito sa video na to. But once you use it personally, you could see the difference between a 60Hz display and also a 90Hz display. It also helps you when it comes to gaming, especially to FPS games like PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty, and other FPS games. So on the side, we got here the power button. So the power button also serves as the fingerprint scanner of the smartphone. And then on the other side, we got here the volume rocker, and at the back, we got here a quad camera setup. So the main camera of the smartphone is a 64 megapixel main camera. So it is also paired with a 8 megapixel ultra wide and a 12 megapixel telephoto lens, and of course meron din siyang 2 megapixel macro lens. So sa unahan, we got here a 16 megapixel front camera along with an 8 megapixel na ultra wide angle na front camera. So thankfully telephoto yung ginamit dito, and Realme is actually promising, sabi nga dito, is a 20 times hybrid zoom. It's in the box. It's a 64 megapixel main camera. It's a Samsung GW1 sensor. We've tried that before and we're pretty amazed with that sensor, and with this one we got a telephoto lens, so mas okay yung zoom natin dito, which is mamaya ipapakita sa inyo yung mga shots ko dito na tinay ko lang kanina pagkabukas ko ng Realme 6 Pro. So, going back to sa camera, again, we got here a dual selfie camera that you can see here at the front. So, it's actually a 16 megapixel and 8 megapixel front camera. Thankfully, hindi siya ganun kalaki, hindi distracting masyado yung kanyang punch hole cutout dito sa unahan. So, maliit lang naman yung cutout dito sa display na smartphone. Again, we got here a 6.6-inch Full HD Plus display. May konting chin tayo. And the best part, again, paulit-ulit ako dito, ito talaga na-emphasize ko, gusto ko sa smartphone na to, the 90Hz refresh rate. When it comes to ports, we got here a USB-C port in here. It supports 30 watts fast charger, and of course, we got here a headphone jack. Yes, they didn't ditch that on the Realme 6 Pro, thankfully. And yeah, you can see here that it's a pretty cool smartphone. As of this recording, I do not know yet the local pricing of the smartphone, but interesting yung kanyang design. I mean, the shining, shimmering colors at the back, the 720G processor, which is quite powerful. We all know that. And of course, yung kanyang 90Hz display. So, you already know the hardware, you already know the design of the smartphone, but how about the software? Let's talk about the software of the Realme 6 Pro. So first of all, the smartphone is running on Realme UI 1.0. It's very similar to ColorOS, but this one is smoother. Mas malapit siya sa vanilla Android. Basically, less yung skinning niya. Mas gusto ko siya responsive, mas mabilis and everything. And then, of course, we got here Android 10. It's based on Android 10. So, nandito yung specifications niya rin. The Qualcomm 7125 octa-core processor, the 8 gigs of RAM. Basically, this is the Snapdragon 720G processor along with that 8 gigs of RAM. And of course, yung variant na nakuha natin is the 128 gigs variant and 8 gigs na RAM. Of course, there are a lot of pre-installed applications on the smartphone. So, meron tayong mga app market, meron tayong mga other cloud services like HeyTap and other applications that you won't probably use. But don't worry, I mean, we got here a large 128 gigs of internal storage. So, I don't think magkakameron kayo ng problema once you're using the smartphone. And again, gusto ko talaga emphasize, when it comes to gaming, the 90Hz refresh rate. Although, magkakameron tayo na separate video for the gaming of the Realme 6 Pro. This one is quite powerful, a Snapdragon 720G processor. It's the first smartphone na na-review ko with that processor. And I'm really curious on how the smartphone will perform in Game Bench. Now, let's go do sa part na inaantay ng karamihan. Let's talk about the camera of the smartphone. So the smartphone comes with a 64 megapixel main camera and of course a 16 megapixel selfie camera. So most of the shots that we got were actually pretty good. So thankfully, ang ganda ng mga kuha natin dito. It doesn't feel like you know, a mid-range smartphone. It's actually more na premium na mid-range. More on ito kasi na-expect ko, okay, dapat yung expectations natin nakaset lang sa mid ng mid-range. Parang ganon. So this one is actually pretty good. The colors are really great. We got bokeh in here and yeah, maganda yung colors na nakuha natin. It's quite sharp actually. So makikita nyo dito sa pencil na shot na to. So marami tayong colors dito. It's very vivid and ang sharp na makuha natin. Then dito sa picture na to, you're looking at Tom Nook and yeah, it's not a perfect photo but you can get a detailed photo in here. We got bokeh in here and it's quite good. And this Marshall logo na speaker, so medyo detailed yung mga thread or yung mesh niya dito sa speaker. And gusto ko yung kuha dito. Medyo sharp siya, although yung colors niya hindi perfect. But again, it's still an excellent smartphone for a mid-range one. The selfie is actually one of my favorite about the Realme 6 Pro. I mean, ang ganda nung selfie camera na nakuha ko dito. So I'm using the selfie camera of the smartphone. I use both the portrait mode and auto mode, and both modes dun sa smartphone na to is actually really okay. Ang ganda na shot natin. It's really sharp, the colors are really good, and the portrait mode, grabe, ang ganda ng portrait mode niya. So the wide angle shot using the Realme 6 Pro is actually good too. And hindi ko in-expect na ganito siya ka-okay. Ang ganda nung ang laki ng improvement actually ng camera ng Realme 6 Pro from the Realme 5 Pro. And even actually the Realme XT, parang, may ano siya, para siyang Realme XT na talaga na successor, itong si Realme 6 Pro. Again, meron tayo ditong 20x hybrid zoom. So makita niyo dito, ang shot na to is actually using the wide angle lens of the smartphone. Then this next one is 1x. We got 2x. And then of course sa 5x. So thankfully dito sa 5x shot natin, it's not as detailed as na-expect nyo katulad ng ibang smartphones, but this is actually pretty good. And nakuha niya pa rin yung details, and nakuha niya pa rin yung colors na medyo okay. So for a mid-range smartphone, the hybrid zoom of the Realme 6 Pro is kind of okay. And this one is the 20x zoom, and as expected, it's not the best one, and you cannot get yung pinaka magandang quality sa isang 20x zoom. I mean, it's the maximum na pwedeng i-zoom sa smartphone na to, and yeah, I'm still fine with it. Ang ganda pa rin ang kuha natin sa 10x, sa 5x, and also sa 2x zoom ng Realme 6 Pro. So I guess that's it muna dito sa ating short unboxing. Actually, it's not short. Itong unboxing and hands-on natin ng Realme 6 Pro. It's a really cool smartphone. Ang ganda nung color niya. Although it's not as premium as the Realme XT, okay sa akin yung selfie camera niya. Big improvement siya para sa akin over the Realme 5 and even the Realme XT na nagustuhan ko yung camera. And then of course, gustong-gusto ko yung 90Hz display. Ito talaga yung best feature na smartphone na to. The 90Hz display for a mid-range smartphone. So yeah, I guess that's it for our video about the Realme 6 Pro. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And of course, if hindi pa kayo nag-subscribe sa channel ko, be sure to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of the latest videos here at the Jam Online YouTube channel. So once again, I am Jam of jamonline.ph. Thank you for watching, and see you guys again sa susunod na video.